You've signed up your student for the STAR assessment and you're ready to have them take their very first test. Before you do that, I'd like to share some helpful information so that you can set up your student for success. The annual assessment requirement for PEP is not a pass or fail test. These tests have zero stakes. They don't affect anything. If your student takes the test, it doesn't impact their grade level. You're not required to use this test as a grade level promotion. That's not what they're for. The purpose is to help you monitor your child's progress against their peers of the same grade level. It's meant to help parents see where they need to help the student improve, and the test results do not impact the scholarship. Please share that information with your student before they take the STAR for the first time. This can help reduce any pre-test jitters. And make sure you let them know that the STAR is an adaptive test. That means that there will be easy questions and there will be harder questions, and to just answer as best they can. That's all that matters. There's no way to fail this test. You know your student best. So if you feel that not being able to answer harder questions might be discouraging to your student, then remove the per question timer in the teacher dashboard under Edit Preferences. This will remove the 4-minute question timer and give the student unlimited time to make their best answer. The STAR assessment is an adaptive test, which means that the questions will change depending on how your student answered a previous question. The test starts out at the student's grade level and adjusts question by question. And that is why the results of the STAR are so accurate. For example, if your student gets question 1 right, then the test serves up a second question at the same level. If the student gets question 2 right, then the test serves up a harder question for question 3 to see if in fact the student is able to answer questions at a higher level. The fact that harder questions are thrown in means the student is getting the earlier questions right. And if the questions are too hard, then they do get easier. If a student doesn't answer a question correctly or doesn't answer a question at all, it doesn't count against them. An unanswered question will just serve up another question. An answered question will cause the test to adjust based on the answer. And as I said earlier, your student will get easy questions and they will get harder questions. That is the nature of an adaptive test like the STAR. Please tell them to do their best. And if they simply don't know the answer, then they can move on to another question or choose their best guess. No matter what, there's no way to fail